Yesterday I was not able to shoot video because yesterday was my birthday and I was busy in celebrating it. So as you know that my revision test had started, so I was just revising for my English revision test, which is Unit 3, Poem 3, My Shadow. So let's start reading it. Do you know whenever there is light, someone follows you? Have you ever wondered who is it? Who it is. So read and enjoy. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me, and what can be the use of him more than I can see? He is very, very like me from the heels up to the head, and I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow, not at all like proper children, which is always very slow, for he sometimes shoots up taller like an India rubber ball, and he sometimes gets so little that there's none of him at all. One morning very early, before the sun I was up, I rose and found the shining dew on every buttercup. But my lazy little shadow, like an errant sleepy head, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. So this poem is by Robert Louis Stevenson. So the new words are India rubber ball, a ball that can bounce very high. Buttercup, a yellow flower. Errant, bad. Errant sleepyhead, completely inactive. So just India rubber ball, a ball that can bounce very high. Buttercup, a yellow flower. Errant, bad. Errant sleepyhead, completely inactive. So there's no need to revise it back because there's nothing. Here are questions which are already written in my notebook. I will revise from there only. So here, Robinsen Crusoe discovers a footprint. Our next chapter means prose 3. So Robinson Crusoe's ship had been destroyed by the sea. He had been alone for many years and longed for company. One day he discovers a footprint on the sand. Let's find out what he did then. One day I was going towards my boat. I was surprised to see the footprint of a man on the sand. I stood amazed and listened. I looked around me. I could neither hear nor see anything. I went up higher to look down. I went up the shore and down the shore, but it was no good. I could find no other footprint but that one. I went to it again to see if there were any more footprints and to tell if it had been my imagination. But I was not mistaken, for there was exactly the print of a foot, toes, heel, every part of a foot. I could not imagine how it came there. I stayed a long time thinking, but became more and more confused. At last, I returned home very frightened, looking behind me after every 2 or 3 steps, mistaking every bush and tree to be a man. When I came to my cave, which I called my castle, I ran inside it as if I was being chased. I do not remember whether I used a ladder or went in by the hole in the rock, which I called the door. I ran for cover faster than any animal could run. I did not sleep that night. The more I thought about what I had seen, the more afraid I became. I thought it could be one of the savages of the mainland who had wandered out to the sea in a small boat. Luckily, I was not on shore at that time, but what if he had seen my boat? If he had seen the boat, he would have realized that someone lived on the island and would soon return with others to kill and eat me. And so I lay fearful for many days and prayed for protection. In doing so, I was much comforted and began going out to investigate. But even now, as I went forward, I looked behind me frequently because I was still very frightened. However, as I went about for 2 or 3 days and saw nothing, I became a little bolder. I decided to go down to the shore again and examine the footprint once more. I decided to measure it with my own footmark. As I came closer to the footprint, I realized that it could not be my same footprint. It could not be my footprint because I had not come to this part of the beach since a long time. Secondly, as I placed my foot alongside that footprint, it seemed larger than my own. My fear returned. I went home again, believing that there was someone there. There was someone there. The island was inhabited. And this is adapted from Daniel Defoe's Robinsen Crusoe. So, did you like the story? Sorry. First, we forgot the new words. New words are savages, wild people in primitive state, mainland, large continuous extent of land, wandered, go from place to place without a definite route, bolder, more confident, inhabited, occupied, or dwelled in. So, choose the correct answer. Robinson ran back to his home as fast as he could because he was afraid. He could not sleep because he thought savages had come from mainland. Why was Robinson Crusoe sure that it was not his footprint? He had not come to this part of the beach in a long time. Where was Robinson Crusoe? Alone on an island. So these exercises are not in for the part. See, here is a fun time. Look at the footprint shown here. Hint. This is the footprint on the first man on the moon. His name was. So this footprint, obviously the first man he has. So it would be Neil Armstrong. So this was my revision. So in the next video I will be showing the gifts which I got today, because yesterday was Sunday, so my friends gave me gifts today. So I will show you in the next video. Till then, bye bye friends.